Hi everybody, today we're going to share with you guys how to make your Edelkrone motor module more stable and steady and more smooth while you're using like manual control or even like just the entire movement, just how to make it smoother. So last video we shared the head one, and look at this. They have the almost identical motor attachment mechanism. So inside, you can check out my last video. So inside the head one, we have the spring-loaded mechanism in front to push the motor and the gear as firm as possible. So we have the same identical spring door over here on the motor. So if you have some weird vibration or like you just want to make your Edelkrone slider motor module smoother, make sure this screw, your Allen key, to make sure this screw is as tight as possible. So if you loosen this screw all the way, you will see, Jesus Christ. If you loosen this screw all the way, you'll see a spring inside. So let's, and this spring, yeah, here we go. Jesus Christ, the spring just fly away. We're going to find it. Jesus. Okay, make sure to protect this screw, this little spring at all cost. Just don't lose it, because if you lose it, your entire setup will be like, just like trash. Okay, so pour out. There's a little hole. There's a little high tension screw. So this spring is like I don't know, it's like heavier spring, because the entire motor module is going to like pull or push more weight than the head one. So the head one spring is less weight, and this spring is like super bouncy. So yeah, so first make sure the spring is like firm. This screw, the little tension screw spring, this little door, to make sure to push it in and lock it as tight as possible. This will make a big difference. So you can also try to loosen this spring door, the screw, and put less force, less tension onto the motor, and you can like do some experiment by yourself. But I found out after like dozens of experiment, this is the best. Just tight this screw as tight as possible. The results is the best. That's what I'm going to say. So next step, we can loosen a little bit the front tension. A little bit, just a little bit. Make you can like turn this gear attached to the belt, this just loosen a little bit, that you can like push it by your finger. So next step, we're gonna loosen these two screws that attach the motor part inside the motor module. A little bit, just loosen a little bit, maybe like halfway out. It will be enough. So next we're going to do some combo stuff. So no, not first. So we're going to tighten these screw, the bottom screw first. This is bottom screws, and this is top screws. So tighten the bottom screw and pull down the gear, the motor gear, at the same time. So you gotta pull down the gear and tie the screws at the bottom simultaneously over here. So it's like, do it together. So pull down, here we go. So yep. So if you pull down the gear, the wheel, the gear, yep. So while you, so if you pull down this gear, the motor and the gear inside is actually like put some force together and make sure the gear and the motor are firmly attached. There's a little gap as possible. So if you push it up, it's totally opposite. It will leave more gap between the gear and the motor. So if you are going to do some like back and forth, the starting part will be wibbly wobbly or a little bit jiggly, just shaky movement. So this is what I do some after doing some experiment. This is the results that comes out. So just pull down this wheel while tightening these two screws. So just pull down, and we just tied the top screw back in place. Oops. Okay. Here we go. So after these steps, then if you loosen the entire, just loosen the tension, the front tension part, the wheel will not have any wiggly wobbly motion. If you still have some wibbly wobbly motion, just redo these 3 steps. Tighten the spring tension as tight as possible, and tighten the bottom and like top, bottom and top, and do it with the down wheel down motion with your finger simultaneously while you're screwing back in these 2 screws. Just redo these steps, and until you have like pretty like smooth motion, and like you can feel it, there's no any wibbly wobbly while you're changing the wheel direction. Yep. So yep, that's what I'm going to share. And after these, you can just tighten the front tension back to normal. Yep, back to normal, and everything will be as smooth as possible. Yeah, that's what I'm going to share today. I hope this video helps you to like make your motor module from Edelkrone as smooth as possible, and make your footage looks better. Yeah, so if you have had one, make sure to check out another video I'm sharing. It's just pretty much the same. Just tighten the screws in front and tighten the motor attachment. And we also, yeah, just leave it there. Yeah, that's it. Hope I hope you guys have a lovely day.